Good swing right there.
Who are we switching over to?
6.
Swing good there.
100-pointer right there.
Nice.
That wasn't good.
A little fat.
That was spinning.
Yeah, it was spinning there, wasn't it? Got the tees, here we go. There we go. Where's that one?
Just a little right.
Right. Okay, so the big thing I want us to just for a second here take a look at is that most of yours, you have one that was 0.6 behind, but this is 3 ahead, or 0.3 ahead. So your low point is going down, okay? So it tells me, and we don't have it on video here, but your head's getting a little bit ahead, okay?
Yeah.
A great discussion that we had yesterday with a guy by the name of Scott Johnson, really great golfer, and he was having the same issues. His attack angle was down and stuff like this. So what they did was, one, they changed up his setup a little bit, got him a little bit more stacked behind the ball. We've already kind of done that a little bit. The big thing is that kind of have that feeling, and we'll practice it just a little bit. But as we get to impact, and this is something Byron Nelson said, that when he got to impact with the driver, he wanted to feel like his head was in line with his right knee.
Yeah.
Does that make sense a little bit? So just to get you back behind the ball and start getting you launching it up a little bit.
Okay.
Does that make sense a little bit?
Yeah.
That's all I see right there as far as the driver is concerned. Okay? Any questions or
No.
what club do we have there?
This is 56.
56, okay. Now, have you seen a kind of a nice tick up with your, inside 100 yards since you've been using the combine at all? Have you seen a
Yeah, a little bit.
little bit more accuracy or feel is really what I'm going for here?
Yeah, I guess, especially with this club here, like
Mhm.
I've seen a different, like, I guess some of those shots I have out there, like I'll have like 80 yards in or like 90, and I'll like know exactly what that feel is.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, most of the time I'm not really hitting a lot of wedges into greens. I mean, I think I guess like I'll hit a 50 degree, like 100 yards, or
Okay.
sometimes like a knockdown wedge from like 110 or whatever.
Gotcha.
But I guess the only time I'm really hitting a shorter wedge into the green is like if I have to lay up.
Okay.
But most of the time I'm hitting a 3-wood or 5-wood, 4-iron into the green.
Yeah, probably the length that, of course, that you're playing, you're probably right. You're probably not getting a lot of 60, 70 yard shots into par fours or,
Yeah.
anything like that.
I mean, I guess the ones I can think of on the north, probably like hole 5. Sometimes hole 1 if like I have to lay up, or I'm like short on my 3-wood or 5-wood or whatever.
Okay.
And then like hole 7 I can get to like a 50 degree if I hit it good.
Okay.
Hole 9 is usually either pitching wedge or 50 degree. Hole 11 is usually pitching wedge or 50 degree. Same thing for 12. 13 is par 3. 14, I think I've gotten a pitching wedge there at one point, but usually it's about 9 or 8 iron.
Okay.
And then 16 is like the only other one that's usually a pitching wedge at 50 degrees. So I'm like, that's where I'm at with like, if I had to get off the tee, I'm usually having a pitching wedge in the green or 50 degrees. So,
Okay.
but yeah, other than that, that's really it.
Okay. Okay. Good. But you're starting to, the big thing I'm asking is that just making sure this combine's really starting to help you
Yeah.
and get a feel for what that is, not just getting locked into a number, but also having to feel what my arms and body are going to
Yeah.
do to generate that number, right?
Mhm.
Good. 50?
Yeah.
What are we switching over to?
Pitching wedge.
Pitch wedge.
It's so weird that that's 20 feet away.
Yeah.
Hit that near the number, and it's like looks like it's right at it, but it's just like a little bit to the right.
I had some spin on it right there.
On the number.
Good swing right there, man. I want to get those numbers up. Good. Those numbers up. Left. What are we switching over to?
I'm going 9.
9 iron.
Just move it there for a second. There it goes.
There it is.
On 7.
7 arm. Good. Feet from the pin. Birdie opportunity. switching over to?
To the 6.
There's the spin. That's the spin.
Just a hair fat, I think.
Very good. Yeah, 62. That's about where I want to be. That first one I should. That's 63 now. Cut. Last drive was the best we had right there. Good job. 295. Really good work right there, man.
Yeah.
72. Not bad. Like get us up to about 75, 76, somewhere around there. Okay. But I think the little bugaboo for us today was just some of those lower numbers where we got some crummy numbers.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Right? And these right here, we should definitely be getting into the 80s, at least the 70s, right?
Mhm.
Even if you just kind of check swing one down the center, it would be better than that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Low point was 0, flashed out. Good. Okay. Any questions there, big guy, or anything?
No.
Okay. So let's take a look. We'll take a look at the driver here. Just kind of take a look here. Personally, I think we may have the ball just a little bit too far up in the setup.
Okay.
Would you?
I tried to move back as much as I could
Okay.
to feel comfortable. I mean, I think I had it a little bit farther back, honestly. Like, I guess where would that be? Like, probably just inside.
Mm-hmm.
Too. I think at one point I almost had it like where the club face is,
Okay, back over here.
just a little bit further back.
Okay. Because it looks like to me, at least from this angle, it looks like we're kind of reaching just a little bit. Because I think some of those or most of those were out to the right.
Yeah.
Am I correct on that? It just looks like there's a little bit a little bit of a reach, right? Since the ball's a little bit far forward, the right
Yeah.
arm kind of reaches out just a little bit for us, right?
Yeah.
So if we can just kind of, you know, maybe get that back or get our shoulders a little bit more square so we're kind of more set up behind the ball.
Mhm.
Because it looks like to me when I look at this setup here, right, right, it just looks like everything's kind of set towards the forward here instead of back here.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you kind of agree? And I think if we can get that setup just a little bit different, then we start to get that launch and carry a little bit longer. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions there? That's the only thing I really kind of see. So, I mean, kind of more of a, you know, personally for me, much more of a setup where it's kind of like this, right? Like I'd be set up over here,
Mm-hmm.
right, to really kind of turn and go around that corner a little bit. For me, or for you, it looks like it's kind of more like this, kind of more straight on right here.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? That's the only thing I kind of see. Do you agree with me or
Yeah.
not?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I think that's the only thing I kind of see is if we can just kind of get that right shoulder back a little bit, we start getting
Yeah.
that.
I guess like now it's just like how's the length look here?
Yeah, let's take a look at that. The other thing I'd like to see is those hands back just a little bit.
Mhm.
Okay. See how you got your hands ahead of the
Yeah.
club head? You always want it in line or maybe just behind. See how we're doing on our length. Better,
Yeah.
right? I
Still,
mean,
still a little dip, but
a little dip.
I think that's just part of my swing.
Yeah, I think that's just part of your DNA for this swing. But we are not over here in the corner,
Yeah.
right? That's huge, right? That's playable. Okay. Let's see. 2.11. Let's see how we're doing. Okay. Still a little flat, but we're starting to see a little bit of that triangle there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like to see a little bit more of that triangle up a little bit, right? That's going to help with your transition quite a bit.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And that's you know, for us, that's really where we want to kind of, you know, park at, really, and kind of figure that out, really. If we just get that left arm up just a little bit higher for you, right, it's going to be a lot easier for you to transition through there, right, instead of kind of having that little bounce that we kind of get with the swing. Right, really great job of getting narrow here. Here's a thought. I'd like to see your arms on the backswing match your arms on the forward swing. You see where your arms are? You see where you got that triangle there at the end, right? I'd like to see that on this end. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right, I'd just like to get those two to match up on that side, that's all.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right? All right, yeah. Take a little break for a sec. Then we'll do our speed training. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Speed stick time. There you go. They like to do what they like to do, man. All right. Let's go over here to practice. Shot analysis. Yep, you're good there. Sounds good. We're going to go with the old job. We're going to go with some speed training. Oh. Buddy boss. Hey, partner, what's up? Yeah, I'm in the middle of a lesson, but did you need something? Let me know how it goes, partner. All right. Buddy might be getting a job over at Cabot Farms.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. If he gets it, we'll all go. How's that sound? Faster. There we go. Good. 3 regular swings. There you go. Yeah, my buddy who just did a driver fitting Saturday, and he's 48 years old. Got his club head speed up to 122.
Really?
Yeah, for a guy who doesn't play at all.
Huh. That's crazy.
I was like, wow, that's pretty impressive, pal. Now it's not going to stay anywhere on the planet, but it's
He can
122.
swing hard.
Yeah.
By the end of this, I'm gonna be able to swim with him.
Yeah.
Probably won't hit it, but.
Okay, good. There we go. Still using that app on the phone to do the radar on these things? Bro.
Come on.
Looks like she wanted to give you a little extra workout today, man.
Wasted energy.
Woo. Especially left-handed. You know, you're like, good God, just count it, please. It's so awkward to feel. Tell you what, that left-handed swing's getting better. All right, now let's take a break for just a sec, and then we're going to grab the light one and give that 3 hard swings and try to get as fast as we can. All right, I think the fastest I've ever gotten that light one up to is about 124 on the swing speed, so I think you could accomplish that as well, very easily.
Just regular swings, yeah.
What's that?
Regular swings.
Yeah, regular swings.
Give me 3 or 4 here.
There you go. There you go. That's what we're looking for. Great. There you go. Good work right there, buddy. Good work. That's what I'm talking about. All right, take a break for just a sec. Very good. Very, very good. Let you take a break and then we'll hit the driver a couple times. Go to a different size. Practice range on this. Continue. Practice. 44, you like about width 44, is that about the average of a...
Yeah, it's usually about right.
Okay. Tees right up over there. There we go. We even got some more here too. Nice. Nice.
Hard swings.
Hard swings, man. We're just trying to crush it. Getting distance here. Good, your attack angle's starting to be positive, okay? So it's at a positive 2.1, which is good.
Where does it show that? Oh,
Right
I
here,
see it there.
attack angle.
Yeah.
So it's in a positive manner, right?
Just put a diamond mark on that.
Did you hit that off the top?
Pretty, yeah, that's pretty high on the face. But no diamond marks, that's what. Sky.
Good job. We just need to close that face a
I
little bit.
know.
Just a little bit,
I
big
feel like
guy.
I'm trying to like yank it. It's just going right. Oh, I'll be more right. $115.
Go.
Just need to straighten it out.
Yep. That's where
That
we
was really far right.
close up that club face though.
Fell on that one a little bit. You got one.
Oh, there we go. Heck yeah, man. There we go. Now we're getting the face to close. Good work. Club head speed looks like it's hanging around 113. That's good. Let's get that toe close for me. Go. Spin. Good job. Just got to get the face closed just ever so slightly.
Oh gosh, I felt like it was yanked. It's crazy.
just ever so slightly back in your setup, just a little bit for me, okay? There you go, good. All right, and really feel like you're pulling it around that corner for me. See what happens.
Jeez.
Probably lost it on that one,
That's not even remotely close.
yeah. It's okay. All right, we're just trying to go for speed here a little bit. Trying to get that thing to close just a little bit. Take a look at this one again.
There you go.
There you go. Now you're getting that face to close. Good. Good. Get that toe into the ball. Wow. Kept the spin low on that one, didn't you?
Yeah.
Good job right there. What did we feel like we did a little bit different right there?
I'm trying to feel like I'm really, I guess like earlier I was just like kind of throwing everything at the ball and that's why my face is open.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to feel like I'm almost like, yeah, like still throwing it, but like trying to get back a little bit
Okay.
away from it. So I guess like the club face will close more quickly once I get to impact instead of really just throwing and keeping everything to the side. That's why that face is open.
Gotcha. All right, feeling like that left hip's getting right out of the way real quick, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, buddy, we start hitting those on the tour, we're going to be doing just fine. Good work right there, buddy. Okay. Good. Getting that left hip out of the way quickly.
Might be right.
A little quick off the top.
Well, I kept my hip out.
Okay.
Didn't turn it.
There we go. I saw that hip dropping back on that
Yeah,
one.
I you can really see it and I can feel it as well.
Yeah. It's definitely that feeling that you're pushing like this. It's definitely kind of like you're using that foot to jump back and spin
Yeah,
around.
that's
Right?
what it almost feels like. It feels like just kind of jumping out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. That ground force is going to really help you get that face to close rapidly, especially at that high swing speed.
Yeah.
Right? There you go.
A little right.
All right. Starting to make that move a little bit easier though. Just a little high. Just a little
Jumped out of it too far. Too good carry.
What happened there, my man?
I jumped out of it too quick.
Okay. There you go. What is that? Let me see. Where's our height at? So we're getting at 44. Let's try and take a look and see here. 63. Okay, so that's probably just a little too high, right? That's 126 feet. I'd like to be at about 90 feet. Okay, better.
Yeah, it's not straight.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Liking that swing speed though. That's good.
Yeah.
There you go. Wow, those are schnauzers. Shortens up holes significantly, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I tried
A
to
little low, huh?
tried to really swing hard at that.
There you go. There you go. Why did it spin him so high? Two more and then take a break, big guy. That'll put you at 30 swings hard with the driver and also with our practice.
That's a little worm burner.
Look at that thing, scoot boogie.
Little stinger.
Last one, take a break for a sec, okay? A little bit more where we want to kind of be, probably somewhere in the realm of 32 to 36 yards when we look at height here a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Usually, typically, we want to be anywhere from 90 to about 110 on our feet wise, as far as what we want to do right there. So when you start to, when you're in here practicing, or when you're out there practicing, when you see that, 44 yards or 126 feet, that's just up there with probably way too much spin, just going up in the air. So trying to keep that thing driving down is good. How are things feeling for you? You started really cranking up there on the driver there at the end.
Yeah, I guess I was pushing myself a little bit to try and get the 120 club speed.
I got you. I got you. I like that.
The highest I got was like 117.2 or something like that.
That's big. I mean, once we start to, when we get into competition, obviously we're not going to be trying to go for 120 mile an hour club head speed. But if our cruising speed, as I said, is at 110, 113 or something like that, that's a big gain from where we were when we first started, right? So that's big right there. Really, the only thing, as we kind of talked about, is just making sure that we're getting that arm structure up with the driver a little bit, right? The one thing I do kind of see here a little bit with the driver is that you kind of get a little bit of the head or angle of attack is a little steep. Great for irons, right? But we want to make sure that we're hitting it on the up a little bit, getting that spin, scrubbing that spin off the ball as we hit it on up there.
I guess, so my driver's at 10.5. I mean, would lowering that be beneficial for spin rate and all that stuff too?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so for you, right? I think at, what did you have it at? 10?
10.5.
10.5. I think that's just too much launch, number one, and I think for you, it's going to put too much speed on, or spin on it a little bit right there. I think if we lower that down a little bit, which is usually opposite for higher handicappers, but for you, I think we get a lower launch, a little less spin a little bit, and I think we start to pick up, not club head speed, but we start to pick up a little distance because we start to take it from that 126 height down to that 90 to 86, and we start to get, that penetrating ball flight. So I think it'd be very beneficial. If you want to kind of try that here at the end, we'll just change that up and see what kind of characteristics we get. But I think that would work for us a little bit.
I think that's one more, maybe.
Right. Especially if somebody like me who's, hits it 250, 260, I'm sitting at 9 degrees angle. I think it'd be, beneficial for you. You might even be, you've got the club head speed that you might be able to take it down to 8, 8.5. But do remember, with taking loft off the face, it does kind of open up the face. If that makes sense, right?
I think I've always had a standard.
Yeah, I think they lower in like half degree increments or something like that, or maybe 1 degree increments. I'm not really sure.
I think that's like we're at 9.5.
And what do you have, stiff or extra stiff?
I think this is stiff.
Because I would probably get you fitted into an extra stiff. And what's the gram weight on that? 60 or 65?
60.
Yeah, I'd probably have you in a 65 extra stiff. That was my. Well, that's where I kind of see what you're at, what you do with those characteristics, because I think that would. I think you'd get a lot more centerness of contact then. How's it look? How's it
I wonder if I
feel?
put that one wrong because like the grip's all
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Oh,
unfortunately.
that's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have like, you can probably see it, a little indent there where my thumb always
Yeah,
goes.
yeah.
So now it's like my index
Mhm.
fingers